Okay, thought I'd bring you along today to show you what a life on the farm's like. So today, we're just now getting up, opening up the windows and starting the morning. I'm not a morning person. Okay, so out of the bedroom we go and into the front room. We have Old Man Dozer, Queen Sadie. Sadie is our lab, and then we have Izzy. Izzy, what you doing, pumpkin? Izzy was saved on the side of the road. We found her starving, so we brought her in and picked her up. Check the babies. They are about, they're a week old. Some are. And some are just a couple of days shy. See what you think of the babies. She loves her babies. It looks like they need some water. The babies were thirsty. And some people will tell you that heat lamps are bad to have on chickens. That there's other things that need to be out there. I've always used a heat lamp. Now I don't attach it to the buckets. Like I've got a little stand here that's beside it. And they're doing fine and they're healthy. They have food. And now they have water that's not full of shavings. Well, the seeding has begun. I'm still having some problems here with lemon balm. I just can't seem to get it to come up. I have 200. Oh, those are warm. I have several trays of 200 seeds of different things growing in those. This is 72 pods. I have more there growing. These are some that I grew a week ago. Some came up and I have already transplanted. That's where all this came from. And put them in 6-packs. And then some are just not producing. I've got some cabbage back here that I'm gonna have to put in much bigger pots. So today they're calling for lots of storms. There are some nasty looking clouds, so we're trying to get as much done before the storms come in. Okay, so the blueberry plants have been tagged. So we ended up with 3 premieres, 4 climaxes, no, 4 Baldwins. There are also 4 climaxes. There is 2 of the Brightwells and then 2 of the pink lemonades. So those are tagged, those are taken care of, and I made sure that each one of them has a hole in it so that if it's rain, because we're going to have rain for the next few days, that water doesn't get in here and stay in here, and they're not waterlogged. So the blueberry plants, although they're not in the ground yet, they are dormant, so it's going to be okay with them to be here for a few days as long as as long as the roots don't get waterlogged and sitting in water, will be all right. the weather's not going to be cooperative. It is getting ready to storm. We're just hoping to get a few things done before the weather gets too bad. I'm not sure we're going to be able to. Richard is trying to get me a few more shelves inside our greenhouse. Just hoping to get this done in time. Good morning, love.
Good morning, bud.
So let's go see how the greenhouse fared overnight. This is radishes, and when these pieces just broke, and I just stuck them in to see if they will actually root. We got some cabbage, more cabbage. There's a tomato in here. We got some Utah celery. These are huckleberry plants. More tomato plants. I took this lettuce and I cut it down the other day, and I fed the pigs the extra because it was getting too big and it was something we couldn't keep up with. Then we have broccoli, Brussels sprouts, more cabbage. See, cauliflower. Something's looking bad there. We need to get some water on this stuff. I'll take care of that in a few minutes. We've got some potatoes growing in a bag. We got more potatoes growing in a bucket there. And then all my hanging baskets from last year. Most of those are geraniums. They are in here for overwintering. And they're doing pretty good. Even this one is even blooming. So Richard's building a shelf so I can have a shelf back there. Then I'm going to have a shelf here on this side for seedlings. The temperature inside the greenhouse is 50 degrees right now. But as you can tell, the door is wide open. Let's check on everybody. Good morning. How are we doing? Trying to see if this is... Oh, that's Sybil. Had to see if it was Sybil or Herb. That's Sybil. Step over this fence. Let's go check on everybody else. Diva! Hey, Diva! Good morning. How are you? Hello? It's a little muddy. I'm not going to walk around there. There's Myrtle. And Earp is sitting there. Let's see if we can get them stirred up this morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are we? All right. They're doing good. Dixie's throwing a fit over here. Let's go see her. She wants to be talkative. Good morning, Rooster. Hey, Pumpkin, how are you? There's Dakota. There's Gordon. What is it, Dixie? Then we have their mama, Montana. There's Blanche. Eggs have been collected for the day. All the animals have been fed and watered. So let's check on Richard and see how he's doing. And he's doing very well, it looks. So he is building. You throwing all my stuff around, huh?
Huh?
You throwing all my stuff around?
Yep.
All right, so what are you doing?
Huh? Put the legs on right now.
You want me to help you? How you like that impact wrench?
Love it.
So what Richard has done is he's taken 2x6s, or I'm sorry, 2x4s by 8s, yes, and he's building shelves for the inside the greenhouse. Now this was our first greenhouse, and it's just a plain old hoop house made out of cattle panels. He did this because we weren't sure exactly what we needed or how we would use this or how frequently, but it has showing that we are going to use it quite a bit, so we will probably put up a much better greenhouse than this one. So when he's done building the frame, he will cover it with wire so that when I water, everything will flow through. And then I have plants like perennials and shrubs underneath, and it kind of gets and waters through to them. So once the water comes out of this stuff, it drops into that. So he's framing that out. And in the process, I've got some solar lights I need to hook up. Like that. The wood pile has been covered because rain's coming in and they are calling for some possible winter weather. So we have covered it with tarp so that if it does ice, we can get to it. Okay, so Richard completed building the shelf over here and the one in the back, which resulted in the greenhouse having airflow. Everything I had on this side wasn't getting great airflow, so now I've got enough that I can maneuver stuff around. Hanging baskets, the perennials that are underneath or they're actually annuals, they're geraniums and stuff, that are starting to bloom, but they went dormant. I've kept them alive in here. There is some azaleas, some blueberries, and some black, um, there's some grapes in there. So then over here, there is Brussels sprouts, and that one just don't look good. I watered it, and I may have watered it too much. So we got Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and cauliflower growing. You got lettuces, and the tomatoes look like they got a little too cool. At some point, they've got a little yellow going on, so I'm gonna have to watch those. Celery looks really good. We've got a Chinese cabbage there, and then this is the golden acre cabbage, and they're all just got watered, so they're a little wet right now. But everything looks good. Potatoes look good. The potatoes in the grow bags are looking good. Got peas growing there. All looks well. He did a good job. Izzy is digging around in the mud. And we do have a heater that we keep in here on cold nights. It doesn't get below freezing that often here, but if it does, we kick that on and just keep the temperature up. It's starting to rain. I don't know if you can hear it in the greenhouse, so we're starting to clean up and get everything put away.
Did you get a bath? Jake gave you a bath and now you're sitting on my rug. Sadie, are you mad?
All right, so the day on our farm was completed. The storms did roll in a little around noon, so fortunately we were able to get quite a bit of things done. We did get the blueberry plants marked so that when they go in the ground we can determine which plants do best in our area, and then I will be going back and picking up more plants. Uh, let's see, we got new solar lights put up. We had a couple new ones, security lights. We did get those put up. We did clean up the plants inside the greenhouse, clipped those down and got some of the dead stuff off, and took care of those, got everything watered and taken care of there. Of course, animals were fed and watered and checked on. Um, we did rake some leaves and get some leaves burnt. Here we have so many leaves that I do try to mulch them and compost them, but you can't keep up with them here. I've got too many trees and too many leaves. And then Richard got my shelves built. They got put in the greenhouse, and the greenhouse got organized. The dogs ended up, all of them got baths today. In the video this morning getting up, I noticed that they were scratching, so they ended up getting shampooed today. We got those taken care of, and then blow dried them. And we just recently just finished supper, and the kids are here, and Richard and the kids are in the house watching the movie. So we've had a good, eventful day, and we appreciate you watching. Thank you.